Welcome back. We are here with Yarnell-Schane, who is the Director of Innovation at the Biomimicry Institute. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
All right, so biomimicry, what is it?
Yeah, that's always the most fun question. I like to separate it. So we have bio, which means life, and then we have mimicking. So how do we mimic life? And at its most basic level, we like to say that's emulating or mimicking a natural process. So let's say a spider spins a web. How can we mimic that spider web? That's the chemistry and the physical process that creates that material. We also talk about systems level. So how can we mimic and learn from things like the carbon cycle or the water cycle? And then the last thing, and this is one of my favorite things, is we also try to bring this ethos of going outside. How can we get people, businesses, entrepreneurs, startups to reconnect with nature?
Awesome. So do you see any particular industries that really are focused on finding biomimetic solutions?
It's a great question. We actually see biomimicry across industries, and most of the times biomimetic technology is a platform technology. So with that spider silk example, it's a novel material and it's an advanced material, and we see it in textiles, but we also see it in things like defense or things like transportation. Can we create lighter weight composites by learning from this material? We also see quite a lot of biomimicry in chemistry and green chemistry. I think we'll hear from John a little bit later, John Warner, about how we can learn from nature to inform chemical processes. And one of my favorites is we also see it at a big scale, ecosystem level scale. And that we see that a lot in infrastructure projects. So how can we learn from nature to protect against sea level rise or against extreme weather events, things like that.
Interesting. Do you have examples that you can share of biomimicry related to the circular economy specifically?
Yeah, there are two I think I want to share. So one is a group called Biome. They're out of the UK, and they partner with companies to process their waste stream and turn it into construction materials. So let's say they partner with an orange juice company. They'll take that orange pulp. They'll actually work with mushrooms and fungi to convert that pulp into building insulation. Or they also have a new corrugated board, a particle board that can be used in construction industry. And that's very much an example of biomimicry of using nature, but also modeling this fact that there is no waste in nature, that waste is a feedstock, it's a nutrient for other organisms and other beings. There's another example I'll share, and that's actually, I like to say it's more on the enabling technology side. And one thing I've learned through this work is that most of our pigments and dyes are mined. Titanium dioxide, which creates the color white, it's mined in titanium mines. There's a company, though, that was looking at that and said, well, there's a lot of white in nature. Nature doesn't mine titanium. How does nature create that color? And they've created a cellulose-based white pigment, and now they can do RGB-based cellulose-based pigments, which I think enables more recycling and more reuse applications.
So I remember last year there was a big competition that you hold. Are you holding more competitions around biomimetic solutions?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we run an annual prize competition. So it's a $100,000 prize competition called the Ray of Hope Prize. And that's funded by the Ray C. Anderson Foundation. So Ray is the founder of Interface. So we're actually in the process of selecting our teams now for that. And we run another program that catalyzes new biomimetic innovations, and that works with researchers, scientists, postdocs to help bring their biological research out of the lab and into industry.
Interesting. When is that competition already happening this year? When can we expect to know a little more?
Yeah, we'll have the finalists announced in August.
Okay.
And we will create all kinds of fun media, science communication around that. And we will make the big splashy announcement about the winner in October. So be on the lookout to see the next batch of biomimetic companies.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Well, we've been talking with Yarnell-Schane, who is the Director of Innovation at the Biomimicry Institute. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.